Tim, welcome back to the Let It Ride podcast. Most certainly the world's greatest podcast about roller derby.
Which is almost certainly the greatest fantasy cycling game of all time.
It's true.
This is Tim, the official voice of Rouleur Derby, and I'm excited to have everyone here.
Actually, I'm the official voice of Rouleur Derby. This is Spencer in Boston, and we're here to talk propositions. What happened? What's going down? Who's up? Who's down? How the house is doing? And most importantly, how our bets panned out from last week.
That's right. And we're going to talk a little bit morning lines going into Paris-Roubaix as well. So with that, Spencer, let's dig it out. We started with 1,000 points in the Let It Ride Slow Ride podcast account. We didn't fare so well. We're down to 783 points. We had a net loss as we've moved down. We only had one win. The one win was Bobby Jungles being the top placed member of the Wolf Pack, which of itself was a little bit of an asterisk due to the last minute withdrawal of Florian Seneschal for the second place.
Yeah, which is unfortunate
finisher.
Because, had Seneschal been there, it is safe to assume that he would have been second place at Flanders, and we would have looked very smart putting our fiver of faith on him.
That is right. So Flanders happened. Great race. We talk about it over on the Slow Ride pod, but there's a couple of cool things that I think we got to talk about.
Okay.
First one, of course, is going to be the big one, and that is who is going to win the men's Tour of Flanders. Paying out 65-1 was Alberto Bettiol. I believe he started at 45-1 odds from the house, dropped a little bit. But Spencer, you yourself actually spread some of your own love. 10 points on him in a hedged bet that actually brought your individual account up quite a bit.
Yeah, he was a good payout, I gotta say. I don't know that he was on many people's radars. He certainly wasn't on ours when we were discussing this last week. But off the air, I was doing a little research and kind of found that gem, that diamond in the rough, and decided to throw a little bit more than a fiver of faith on him. I threw 10 points on that guy, and it paid off.
And also with the 25% bonus that you get to the monuments.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. And then also, let's give a quick shout out to Luke, the prop master, the owner of the house for which we all bet and reside. He actually put Alberto Bettiol on the start list. And that for itself, I think, is a win because the world famous other did not take the win there.
Yeah.
Also, the other big race of the weekend was the women's Tour of Flanders. Team Virtue Cycling takes the win with Marta Bastianelli's victory. We lost quite a bit of points. We put 50 on Bols Dolmans, and we had 5 on Trek Segafredo.
Yeah, we had
50 on Mitchelton Scott as well. So we were hedging the top 3, and Virtue came in at 30-1, and CX Crosshairs.
Yeah.
Bill, friend of the podcast, put 25 on Virtue Cycling, like he knows what he's talking about, and that's why people listen to his show. Came out well ahead, and Bill shot up to 51st place overall. Good for him.
Good for him. Yeah. Again, women's cycling, everybody thinks they've got it figured out, that it's just the Bols Dolman Mitchelton Trek show. And again, a small team comes out of seemingly nowhere and upsets the apple cart. And I think we're going to learn a lot about women's racing playing roller derby this year.
That's the best part about it, right? It makes everything matter. And the couple of the crazy side props that were out there was Mathieu van der Poel against Wout van Aert, who was going to finish first. Both had 1-1 odds. So for every point you bet, you had a chance to win 1. So Mathieu van der Poel takes the win there. Sprints for 4th place over Wout van Aert, who finished in 14th. And then the other was who was going to be the first team over the final Paterberg ascent Tour of Flanders. And that was EF Education First, also at 10-1. And then, of course,
that was a tough one. I did not have a line on that. Who to pick on that?
That's a tough one. Sometimes I think it is smart to kind of almost sit out some of them so you can go a little bit heavier. And then Alexander Kristoff at 13-1 was the only member to show with obvious second place nobody taking it for Quick Step.
Yeah.
So great weekend of racing. But now let's get into what people really care about. And that is what is open for betting as we go into the third monument of the year, the third of 6.
Yes.
For which the Japan Cup is the traditional end of the roller derby season. So we have who will win Paris-Roubaix. Now we're 6 days out.
That's the big one. That's the big fish.
Quick review of the morning line. Now, only 4,700 points have been bet. We had over 22,000 points bet for Flanders. But in Paris-Roubaix, right now, the leader at 5-1 in the clubhouse is Other. You have Wout van Aert at 9-1 for Team Jumbo, Greg Van Avermaet, 10-1, and Peter Sagan, with the red arrow next to his name, a new feature, trending down as his stock is slipping by the roller derby point bettors, by the punters on roller derby.
Yep.
Spencer, of these favorites, are people anticipating GVA a little bit too much to put a bet on him?
No, I mean, he's 10-1 right now. That's a good value. I think that is a safe bet. There's a good chance he can win. I think there's a reason that Other is the clear favorite right now. Still 5-1, which is a good return on your money if that holds, which is unlikely. We are still several days out, and the odds will be volatile. But Other is a really good.
Other's a strong bet right now, from sheer math.
No, it's a strong bet in start list. I think there are some sleepers not represented by the house in this race.
So who is the house overlooked in your opinion that's going to be on there?
The house?
Is it Taylor Phinney?
No, I'm pretty sure Taylor Finney's on the list.
He is. He's at 40-1. I'm just kind of going through here.
I think you've got names like Arnaud Demar, not on this list. You've got Jens Kuklier, not on this list. You've got Nils Politt from Katusha, not on this list. Those are
Nils Politt. That's a pretty good one.
These are some dark horses. Matteo Trentin, not on the list.
Boasson Hagen, not on the list.
These are all dark horses. These would be surprise victors, but that is why you put your money on Other. And I think Other is fielding a strong team in this Paris-Roubaix bet. I don't know that it's a guaranteed victory, but I would put money on Other in this prop.
Right. So here we are. Now I'm gonna. I think I agree with you. GVA, we should put 25 on him.
Okay.
At 10-1 right now, that would pay out at 250. And then my pick for my 25 points. I'm assuming you want to put your 25 on GVA. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper, long shot. I'm gonna go 25 points on Matej Moric. I know he's trending down right now.
Yeah,
I'm liking his style of non-top attacks. So with that, Spencer, I'm going to do my responsible 25.
Okay.
Now we have the 50 points that you and I both get to bet on Paris-Roubaix. And you're saying you want to put some on Other. Do you want to put all 50 on Other, or do you want to sprinkle some around?
No.
Fibers of faith.
50 is heavy for Other, but I do want to put money on it.
How about 25?
I want to make sure I get a fiver of faith in here.
Okay.
And I'm going to
put 25 on Other.
Okay, I'm gonna drop a fiver of faith right now on a favorite of yours, a personal favorite, maybe a close friend of yours, T Spinoot.
All right,
he is trending up on roller derby right now, but he's also trending up in the cycling world. I think I think he could be one to watch.
All right, so we got T Spinoot with 5. I'm gonna put my fiver of faith.
Okay.
On a little known, I was going to put it on little known rider Philippe Gilbert, but he is just trending to horrible nature. But our good friend of the podcast, Little Guy, on the most recent episode, talked a little bit about Alexander Kristoff. And I'm just Spencer, I think we got to go a little bit deeper than 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna propose that we put 10 on Kristoff. So then we'll be sitting here with a pretty decent little book on Roubaix with 25 on Other, 25 on GVA, and 25 on Morich, and then a fiver of faith on Banut, and 10 on Christoph. All currently would be paying out with a positive, so we would be coming up all right. What do you think?
I like it. I almost want to take one more fiver of faith. Just take 5 off of that other and sprinkle it somewhere. But I'm not exactly sure where, but it just feels like we need to.
All right. I'd say we got to put it on Stybar, right?
Okay.
Stybar. Let's go. Let's put it on Stybar. And there you have it.
I have a feeling, though. I hope you haven't clicked bet.
I have not.
Because I have a feeling that Stybar, as people start to place bets, those odds are going to go downhill fast. We're not going to see a return on this. What we're trying to do is not actually pick. We're trying to find the sleeper, right?
Trying to make some internet fame here.
I think the smart play for a fiver of faith is Oliver Nason.
Nason. Well, he hasn't been on a podium for a while, so maybe he's over the sickness caused by the champagne.
Mm-hmm.
And we will go. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and click on Paris-Roubaix. And let's see some of the other fancy props that are on the morning line. And that's going to go right into.
There's a couple of great ones. Yeah, this how many leaders will enter the velodrome together is an excellent proposition. This is the kind of prop that I live for.
Yeah, so there's 5 choices. We have 1, 2 riders, 3 riders, more than 3 riders, but fewer than 7. So that would be 4 to 6 riders. And then 7 or more at 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Now, you probably got to do a little bit of research here.
Yeah.
But 2 is trending down and 3 is trending up. What do you think is going to happen, Spencer? I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Oh, my God. I have no idea how to attack this one. I think this is the kind of prop where you just take a 10 or a 25 point bet and you just drop it on one. That this is a gut instinct bet. I feel like I don't know if there's a way to parse this out. My gut right now, I don't know why, but I'm feeling 1.
I'm feeling 1 too. So we're just going to put 25 on 1 and we're just going to live large. I am thinking 1 is going to be, and it's going to be a glorious time. And then we're going to go to the last prop bet.
Okay.
The other one I live for. Who will be the first to exit the Ehrenberg Trench? Now, rumors are that there might be a wet Roubaix where they would have to reroute around the trench just due to some of the slipperiness of the cobbles. Now, what's great about this is the house has listed out every single team, so you cannot go with other and play the math.
Yeah.
So, Quick Step currently is at 16 to 1. There's only 400 points bet. So, what do you see happening? Is it going to be a Wanty Groupama? Is it going to be a one-off? Because I'm going to take the lead here, Spencer.
Okay.
And here's what I think is going to happen. I'm going to put 10 on Bahrain Merida because I do think this is going to be when Morich attacks.
Okay.
And I also am going to put 10 on AG2R because this is where Nason might attack.
No.
And come out. Now, the best part about this is going to be that turn leaving the trench.
Yep.
Where the soigneurs are holding the wheels up.
Yep.
Hoping for their moment to shine. But Spencer, you have 5 more points left to bet.
Yep.
Where do you want them?
I know exactly where I want them. Okay. I have a feeling that there will be a breakaway, an early morning break that gets no TV time because the live stream has not started yet. They will not get reeled in before the end of Ehrenberg. Most of the time they get reeled in just before or sometimes even on the Ehrenberg cobbles. I think this time they make it through by only a few seconds, and I think we're going to have to pick one of those small teams. We're going to have to go
with Roompot.
We got to put a fiver of faith on Roompot.
That's right.
Because
they got those narrow bars snaking his way across the finish line after the trench.
Yeah.
The bets are closed. We have dropped down our roller derby points. We have 140 points in play, but Spencer, we may be climbing to the top of the rankings.
I feel like we will.
With quite a few Roubaix picks. You can head on over to rollerderby.com to play. Mm-hmm. And the big news this week on the Let It Ride podcast is we have created our very own league.
Yes.
So
this is a new feature in Rouleur Derby that not everybody has access to. They have created a feature where you can create a league and invite your friends or your teammates on the ride and whatnot to kind of parse down the total amount of players and to see how you're doing against your friends. This is a feature that's open to Wide Angle Podium supporters. So that is a thing that you unlock when you support the network. And since we are supporters, we've created a league for the Let It Ride podcast where you can join on and see how you do against our expert bets. The link to get you there, we've set up a special URL. You can head to wideanglepodium.com/letitride and join our league.
I'll take you right there. Now, the other thing that's very important is if you head over to wideanglepodium.com, and if you're an existing member of the Wide Angle Podium, or if you're a new member looking to support the heavy lifting that Luke is doing in putting together the fun that is Rouleur Derby, head over to wideanglepodium.com. You're going to click the little member button. But what's very important, even if you're an existing member, is you got to click the button that says Rouleur Derby. And that's what's going to help get that support to the person that is providing all of that love and enjoyment of cycling to you.
So you're going to
makes it more exciting.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You choose the level at which you're comfortable, $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever, and you'll be taken to a screen where you can choose who you want to support. And make sure you click Rouleur Derby because Luke puts in a lot of work to this, and that way some of your donation is directed to him. And then, like Tim said, you can choose if you want to pay monthly, $5 a month, or if you want to pay all of that in a lump sum over, your $60 for the course of the year type of thing. Those are both the ways that you will be unlocking that feature to create your own league. And you'll also score 500 bonus points to spend however you like in Rouleur Derby.
Yeah, and when you show up to the Rouleur Derby Slack channel, you'll be all that more important. So head on over to rollerderby.com, play some internet points on your cycling knowledge. And with that, we'd like to thank you for listening to the Let It Ride podcast. This is Tim, the official voice of Rouleur Derby.
This is Spencer. I'm actually the official voice of Rouleur Derby.
Let it ride.
Let it ride. Yeah.
Put it all in on Michael Matthews to win Roubaix.